And we're back for another episode. In this episode, I'm going to be continuing my new player crafting series for levels 20 to 25. Woohoo! And as always, hello from Ori. So, after doing a couple more days worth of Grand Company turn-ins and Exali dailies and crafting logs and all the advice I gave in the previous video, I was able to hit level 20 plus with every single class. And as before, there are a couple of classes that I've shot on ahead. Now, what we're going to be doing for levels 20 to 25 is we're actually now going to start thinking about leave quests. Now, the very first thing to do at level 20 is to upgrade your gear. So if I show the best gear you can get at this level, level 20, you can get the Initiate's Headgear, the Cotton Kurta, the Initiate's Gloves, the Goatskin Tool Belt, the Cotton Breeches of Crafting, the Initiate's Thighboots, the Brass Chocker, the Fang Earrings, the Brass Wristlets of Crafting, and 2 Brass Rings of Crafting. And I've also upgraded my tools, my main hand and offhand, to be the maximum. Now, I went ahead and did that before finishing the level 20 quest, because the class quests never give you high quality rewards. They only ever give you normal quality, so there's no point waiting. I feel it's better to just go ahead and make the high quality versions of them from your crafting list. And what you should now start doing as well is you should be pushing the materials to be high quality, because when the materials are high quality, it means that making the actual item high quality is a lot easier. However, it's not really required. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to start with Carpenter. So we're going to do a leave quest, and I'm going to show you my rotations. Now, what you need to do is, for each of the towns of the game, there are a couple of guilds, crafting guilds. So, for example, in Gridania, you have the Carpenter and the Leatherworker guild. In Uldar, you have the Alchemist, the Goldsmith guilds. And in Limsa, you have the Armourer, Blacksmith, and Culinarian guilds. Now, what you want to do is, whichever craft you're doing, so obviously I'm Carpenter, so I want to be here in Gridania, you come to the Adventurer Guild, you talk to the Leave Meet, and you say, Trade Craft Leaves. Now, if you're already on the class, it will automatically select the leaves for you. But you'll notice that not all classes have got leaves available in Gridania, because the guilds are not here. This is the reason why. So you have the Carpenter, and you have the Leatherworker, and that's it. And what you want to do from this list is you want to pick whichever leave is the highest amount of experience. So that's 7,000, that's 12,000, that's 18,000. So obviously this is the leave that we want. And for this we need to make an iron lance. Now, this quest will involve traveling to Quarry Mill. If this leave doesn't appear on your list, this militia on my mind, for Carpenter, it means that you haven't unlocked leave quests in Quarry Mill. That's all it means. So it means you'll have to go on ahead to Quarry Mill, do a first trial leave quest, and then all the other leaves will be unlocked. So that's something to remember. So let's accept. Okay, so we need to make an iron lance. So what I'm going to do is, I will detail all this stuff in the description as well. I'm going to show you the rotation I'm using. So as you can see, I've already prepared mats ahead of time. And I will try as well as set this up as a macro at some point as well. So you can see I've got a normal elm lumber, 2 normal iron ingots, and a normal hard leather. Go around the game, buy them from the vendors, the cheapest places you can get them from. In some cases you might not be able to, but for now all of these can be bought from vendors. Even the elm lumbers can be bought from the Exali vendor. And this is the rotation that I'm going for. So if we synthesize, and I'm using CP food right now as well, just a note. So I'm using this stone soup for an extra 10%. So my stats right now with all of this gear I don't have any materia melding on any of my gear, so no materia melds at all. And I've got 142 craftsmanship, 144 control, 276 CP. So this is a rotation I go for, which I will macro. So inner quiet, steady hand, basic touch, great strides, standard touch, standard touch, standard touch. Okay, and then steady hand, and one more standard touch. So effectively we won 4 standard touches in a row. That's what you want. So you want steady hand, basic touch, great strides, 4 standard touches in a row, and refresh steady hand when it falls off. Then the ending is you do ingenuity, and then we do 2 basic synthesis to finish. So 1 and 2. So unfortunately that one didn't high quality. It was 80%, but we can try again, no problem. So we'll do it again. Inner quiet. I'm going to hit the tricks of the trade as well, just for the sake of the CP. Steady hand. I'm going to hit basic touch. Great strides. Base standard touch 4 times in a row. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to hit that tricks of the trade just for the sake of it. Steady hand. Then we're going to do another standard touch. So this time 78%. Ingenuity. And 2 basic synthesis. And that one did high quality. So, and you get some nice, so you see I'm already in the region of getting 3,000 experience per item. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to teleport to Quarry Mill. And guys, don't worry if some of the items you're making at this level range don't high quality, because we're still level 20. I mean, it's later on in the next level ranges we'll pretty much be getting 100% constantly. But for now, this rotation is very powerful, it's very simple. It can be macroed, which I will include in the description of the video as well. And that's it. So you see I made a few of them to try out different rotations until I settled on that one. So let's hand over. Yes, turn in high quality. The reason we want to turn in high quality is because when you turn in high quality items to a leave quest, you get double the reward. So you see, I get the 18,000 plus a completion bonus of another 18,000. For this one leave, I get 36,000 experience. Now to put that into perspective, the entire level from 22 to 23 only requires 71,000, which means 2 of these leaves will get me to level 23. So what we're going to do is basically to get towards level 25 in all classes, we're going to do the equivalent leave quest for all the crafts in the starting towns, which involve the highest amount of experience gain. And we're going to run back and forth. Like pretty much all of them will require you to go to places like Quarry Mill, for example. So we're going to do those, and we're going to use those to push. And then as well, if you want, you can still do all the other advice that I've given before. You can do the Ixali dailies, you can do the Grand Company dailies, you can do the crafting logs and so on. But now that leaves are coming into the equation, pushing towards 25 plus towards 30 will be very, very, very fast. You will be surprised how fast it is. So now again, we're back at the Adventurers Guild. So we're going to accept the next quest. So again, Tradecraft leaves. Which one do we want? Not that one, not that one. We want this one. So again, every time just check which one has the highest experience. Accept. Okay, that's done. And we had some Iron Lances spare that I made before. But with the macro, you should be able to produce them really quickly anyway. So again, we're going to go to Quarry Mill. Now this part of the series is a bit a little bit kind of self-power leveling, but at the end of the day, we're not receiving any help at all. We are doing this ourselves. We are crafting the high quality turn-ins ourselves. We're not having anyone do it for us. Now, along the way, when you have been upgrading your gear, you should... Wow, you see, I'm already level 23. That was quick. So, anyway, along the way, while you've been upgrading your gear to the highest they can possibly be at the level range, with the old pieces of gear, you should have been converting them into materia. So, right now, I have a good collection of materia. Now, this is the issue. I don't have any way right now to actually meld materia. That's an ability I haven't learned. And you might have noticed as well that when you accepted the level 20 quests, pretty much all of them except for Culinarian demand that you deliver a materia enhanced whatever item. You know, so they pretty much all demand that. So, for example, in Carpenter's case, we need to deliver a materia enhanced iron lance. Now, the way we can unlock the ability to meld materia is to teleport to Blackbrush Station in Central Fanalan, and you have to do that when you're level 19 plus. So it's better to you might as well just wait till level 20 to unlock it. And where we're going to go from Blackbrush Station is, if you haven't been here before, this is Uldar. You can run out straight into Central Fanalan. Blackbrush Station is right here. If you've done the main scenario, though, you should have been in this area before. And we want to go directly to the bonfire, which is located right here at X23 Y13 in Central Fanalan. And we're going to unlock and do the quest, which involves getting the ability to meld materia. So, again, guys, I'm trying to keep this as simple as I can, but I'm also at the same time, I'm not going to do this too slowly. I mean, at the end of the day, as a new player, you know, you don't have to do this the hard way the whole time. You don't have to manually grind every single item. You can do leaves. That's why they are in the game, is to help you progress. And I've saved the leaves for now for 20 to 25 to help us push towards 30. But the reason I'm doing that, and I'm motivating you to do that at this level range, is so that while you're then pushing the crafts from, say, 30 to 45, your leave allowances can then recharge, because you have limited amount of leave allowances. You get 6 leave allowances per day, but it caps at 100. So what we're going to do is we're going to burn leave allowances to get us towards 25 plus. You use the leaves to take you as far as you can towards 30, and then you stop. So in the 30 to 35 video, I will basically say once you run out of leave, stop. And then we're going to do again a leave grind at 45 to 50. So on this solo journey towards level 50 everything, we will do 2 sets of leave burns, which will be 20 to 25 and 45 to 50. And I've purposely done that and suggested that because at 20 plus you can start doing high quality turn-ins by yourself if you have the right stats and enough CP. And at level 45 you'll easily be able to do it as well, and by then your leave allowances would recharge. So anyway, you need to talk to this lady, this FFXIV, okay, and you need to accept the quest Waking the Spirit. So it says FFXIV, amazing name, wishes to teach you how to meld materia. So you can see here, materia melding. Let's accept. So why, hello there, I see you're a disciple of hand like me. Mayhap you're interested in learning how to meld materia to gear. If so, it'd be my pleasure to teach you. Yes, so I would like to know. Ready to begin? Good. Now then, there are 2 important things to keep in mind when melding materia. The first of these is carbonized matter, a catalyst required in the melding process. The substance is found throughout nature. If you want to know how to go about gathering it, Koko Samu there can tell you. Next, you need to be aware of materia slots. Arms and armor each have a certain number of slots, and this determines how many pieces of materia you can host. Normally, an item cannot host more pieces of materia than it has slots. However, as with most other things in life, there are certain exceptions. But this sort of knowledge is for later down the road, after you've become more experienced. You may want to branch the subject with Master Mutamix. Now, off you go and happy melding. So let's learn this ability, Materia Melding, and that's it. So we've now learned Materia Melding, which is great. So it's right here. What you can do as well, you can drag it onto your hotbar. So open up your main action and traits menu, which is P on the keyboard if you're playing on PC. Materia Melding is right there. You can drag it right onto your hotbar wherever you like, wherever is useful for you. And you can then click on it and you're given the melding interface. So for example, we need to meld for the Carpenter quest an Iron Lance. So the way to meld is to click on the item you want to meld, select the materia you want to meld onto it, so whichever random materia you might not need anymore, and then you meld it. Now, one thing I will suggest to you is that when you want to go and meld, like they said, you need the carbonized matters. If you don't have any carbonized matters on you, then you can buy some from the market board, or you can gather them yourself if you've leveled up gathering, which I will cover in another video at some point. Now, the thing is, they're not too expensive, the carbonized matters. You don't have to buy too many. And the thing to know, though, when it comes to melding materia, is that the different materials have got different levels. So you see, that's a rank 2, because you see the Roman numeral 2 at the end of the name. That's a rank 1 because of the 1 at the end of the name. And carbonized matters, which you need for melding, also have the same numbering system. So the way it works is simply that you need the equivalent carbonized matter for the material you're using. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check for materia. The cheapest materia usually you can buy are things like the elemental materia rank 1. So for example here, fire materia rank 1, 690 gil, ice is 500 gil, and then wind materia 1 is 500 gil. So what you want to do is just check the market board on your server, see which materia is the cheapest of the cheapest, because it just says materia enhanced. It doesn't tell you that you need any specific materia at this point. So I'm going to pick up this one, this water materia 1. Okay, I'm going to see carbonized matters, so let's search for that. So let's see, carbonize, oh sorry, the way you search for it, actually, you need to say grade 1, and then you will find carbonized matters. So here we go, grade 1 carbonized matter. So you see people are selling them for 75 gil each on this server. Obviously you said server to server, it really depends, it is completely random. I happen to have 3 of them right now. So what I'm going to do is, as I said before, you will open up the materia melding menu. You will select which item you want. So you see earlier on I made a normal quality iron lance, so I might as well use that. I click on then the materia I want, so I click on this water materia because it was less than 400 gil to buy, and then I meld. And that's it. Her putting up her arms like that is a suggestion that it was successful. Now, what the quest giver was talking about before when it comes to materia melding is that right now, for example, this item's got 1 materia slot. You can see it. Materia and 1 empty slot. The item we just melded now on the Iron Lance, you see here, it's taken up the first slot and there's another 1 slot. Now, every item in the game that's got at least one materia slot or more can actually be melded with 5 materia, even if there's only 2 slots. And the way it works is that when you meld a materia into a slot, it's 100% guaranteed to succeed and meld successfully. When you put a materia into another item, let's say I was to do a second one in here and then try and do a third, then the third one will actually have much less chance to meld. However, you don't actually unlock the ability to do what is called forbidden melding, because it's a forbidden slot, it's an empty slot, until later on, until I think at level 30 plus. So when we have the ability to do that, we'll come back to that. But for now, for this quest, we just had to get 1 materia melded onto this item. You can see it's now ticked. We have a materia enhanced iron lance. We made it as cheaply as we possibly could with the cheapest possible materia. So now let's go turn it in. So you might actually find, guys, with a combination of doing the leave quests, and all the other advice I have, that you might actually be skipping to 25 in all crafts very, very quickly, because leave burning is amazing. Like, all of my power leveling guides for the other classes are based on leave burns. So anyway, let's turn in this lance. Yes, hand over. That's the level 20 quest done. For now, just accept the bronze pieces, because you would have already have made all these items, or just accept a random item and just sell them if you want on the market board. And that's it. So that's basically it, guys. That's it for this video for levels 20 to 25. Do leave quests. I said in the description there will be a macro which you can use for doing rotations that should get you to 80 to 100% of high quality, which is really, really good at this level range. And then as well, you can carry on doing the other things that I've mentioned in the other videos. You can do Grand Company daily quest, you can do Exali daily quest, you can keep making one of each item on the crafting log for the bonuses and so on. So I really do think that 20 to 25, maybe even 25 to 30 will be very, very fast. So anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. Hope you liked it. That's it. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me and goodbye from Ori.